doctor stories and those kind of resources. So all three of those are available to you. We also have a website that is still under development. It's kind of in beta. We've soft launched it. It's teamlifetree.com. So hopefully you know about those resources, and we're trying to make sure that any updates and announcements from LifeVantage corporate, any promotions, any incentives that come along, get passed along to folks that might not be paying attention to those emails, or for some reason they're not getting that information. So hopefully this week you heard about the latest, greatest promotion from LifeVantage that's being called March Madness. And perhaps if we keep the call short, we can go over some of those salient points. But if you're looking for those details on this very exciting promotion that just came out 3 days ago, go to the Team LifeTree Facebook page, and the launch call, or the reveal call that corporate did from our headquarters in Sandy, Utah, is posted at the top of that page. We pinned it right to the top for March Madness. And then we've got another post that gives all the details. If there's any ambiguity, you can go right over to lifevantage.com to the About Us link, drop-down menu, click on that, go to promotions, and it's got all our current promotions. And so we'll save the sort of bullet points on that. I want to make time to make sure that we get to hear from Colonel Jerry Whistler tonight. We've asked Jerry, who has been absolutely instrumental in helping us curate all these resources and get them in a usable format on our Facebook groups, both Jerry and Julie. And I want to give a big shout out to Dan Arnold, who's been helping us on the website as well, helping us procure these resources and then curate them and get them in our toolboxes. So if anybody needs a resource any time of day, 24/7, you don't have to wait for your upline or your sideline or trying to get a hold of Mark Gordon as if you're looking for a cardiologist. You have a dozen cardiologists. Well, maybe that is hyperbole, but you've got a lot of doctors now right at your fingertips by using these resources. So Jerry has been absolutely instrumental in helping us pull these together. Jerry is the head. Correct me if I get this wrong, Jerry. Jerry directs the dental residency program at Langley Air Force Base, and he formerly did that job here in the Midwest in St. Louis at Scott Air Force Base, which is where we met he and his lovely wife Priscilla and their three amazing kids, Allison, Karen, and Bryce. And we're privileged to have him. Jerry, in his own right, is he's a pretty smart fella and a full bird colonel in the United States Air Force.
And he's funny.
And he's funny.
He's
and
funny.
books aren't everything.
So, and he's got some amazing children, which I think is a testament to how well he and Priscilla have done life and done marriage as well. So, Dr. Whistler, without any further ado, I will kick it over to you, brother.
I am going to just share my screen and see if this is going to work. So, can you see my Team LifeTree?
Got it. Perfect.
Okay. I just want to. I just have a few minutes, really, just kind of walk through some of the pieces of this, so you can be oriented and really open up for questions, because I want to know what you need to know. Can you see my cursor flopping around? No.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, okay. Got it.
All right. So over on this side, it says this is the Team LifeTree page. There's, like Mark said, there's 3 groups, and we're going to talk about a couple of them. Just show you what's here. One's the Team LifeTree. This is for distributors only, for all kinds of stuff, and we'll talk a little bit about that. It should, when you open it, open straight to discussion. Oh, let me preface this by saying that because I'm an administrator, you'll probably see things on my page that you won't see on yours unless you're an administrator. So don't let that confuse you. But if you got questions, let me know. So this is discussion. The discussion tab here will basically put the items in the feed in order of when they were posted, from the newest to the oldest, with the announcements on top. So this is that announcement about the March Madness that Mark was mentioning.
Hey,
And
Yes.
just a heads up, the Zoom platform is sort of reducing everything to low resolution, at least on our end.
yeah, we
So-
can't.
Not
see
very
it.
nice.
Is everyone else seeing it, or
So if everyone will just
go to the page?
go to the Team LifeTree page, open up a new window, and put Zoom sort of on the side, and you can go directly to the Team LifeTree Facebook group if you have your computer there. It may be a little tricky on an iPhone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but if you can, go ahead and pull that out just so you can see where Jerry's going. Sorry, bud.
Sure, no problem. So the first thing's that most recent announcement, but you can, if you want to see the announcements, you can click on the announcement tab and it will take you and show you all 5 announcements, and there may be some, oh, look, there's a new one. Oh, our team Zoom Monday, March 4th. Oh, that's about us right now. There we go. There's the, that. And then Mark and Krista's welcome announcement is always going to be in the announcement section. And some of this stuff probably needs to be taken off the announcements, but we'll clean that up in a bit. So there's the discussion tab, which is probably where you'll fall when you first go to the page. Puts things in descending order of when they were posted. The units tab is kind of like a file drawer, and Stephanie tells me that hers just got changed to learning, and the Eric Worre page, that units tab just got changed to learning, and for some reason on our 2 pages it still says units. So at some point its title may change, but right now the units are basically file drawers so we can sort things. So if you're looking for something specific, the first unit is called welcome, and that's where the first 3 welcome video, oh no, that's the other one. I'm sorry, that's where the welcome video goes. And then the next tab for unit 2 says news and announcements. That's where we'll put things about news and announcements. Hopefully that's straightforward. Then unit 3 says new distributor. There are a number of things in here that are how to close prospects. That's probably in the wrong order, but how to build a database, how to invite, those kind of first steps things for new distributors. Great place to send somebody when they're getting started. Then there's a tab for encouragement, motivation, blessings, gratefulness, photos and encouragements for each other, rank advancements, that kind of stuff are going to go in there. There's a unit on Facebook, which is training on how to use Facebook. Zoom so far doesn't have any orientation to how to use Zoom, but we'll get something in there. The LifeTree team call archive is unit 7. Back office, how to get around in the back office. I think that's where we put Krista's training on how to use the back office. Presentation basics, instructions on how to give a presentation, and the unit 10 is presentation tools, logos, graphics, that kind of thing. A lot of that we can pull off the LifeVantage site, but we'll probably, I don't know, Mark, probably kind of try to start putting some things in there, so as you're building presentations, that'll be a place to look for a few photos and things. We've got a unit called Compliance Corner that we haven't put anything in but probably should. And then I built a unit called Maxwell, and that has the 15 trainings from the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth that we did. I wouldn't share those because I'm not sure those are supposed to be for public consumption since we paid for it. Then unit 13 is inside out for the 90-day challenge. That's some information for the distributors about the 90-day challenge that Stephanie's coordinating. And then I tagged one called mentoring. I found this, well, anyway, for mentoring call kind of stuff. Like I mentioned before, announcement tabs will get you to the current announcements, what's new, and then if you want to look and make sure somebody you've added made it to the members page, check the members tab over here on find a member. You can do a search for people, or you can just scroll through and see who's on the group. And then if you want to look for resources, there's a video tab where you can just find, oh, didn't I have a video in there or something? You can go through and just look for all the videos absent the, finding it in the feed. And then photos, if there's still photos, those go here. And some of those things might be useful for different things. And the rest of that is all administrator stuff. So good so far, Krista? I just switched over to what's that?
Sorry, it takes us a minute to get the cursor back over to the
I
unmute.
know.
Sorry, man.
Okay, so I switched over to the LifeTree Health Network, and really this is where you need to be spending your efforts. It's the same kind of thing. The discussion page, discussion tab will put everything in order. First thing on here is talking about Thursday night Zoom call with Dr. Marcianda, and then if you click see more, it's got her whole bio, and you can read all about her. She's from another group, but has been really helpful in the past with us, and she's going to do our Zoom call. She's a integrative medicine. Gosh, her background is in I don't know, all kinds of stuff, but she's a cancer survivor. She's a great lady. She's going to be a great speaker for Thursday night. So that's for you to invite guests on, probably for a second touch. That'd be great. And then you can just go through and see things kind of in the order that people have tagged people or posted them. In here, the units tab is really organized around topics. Certainly the first welcome is the welcome that you want to tag everybody in when you put them in the group. Let me just back up. This is for prospects, and after you've invited them, say, hey, can I put you on a Facebook group with some information about the business I'm doing, or about the products that we're working with, or however you want to phrase that. But ask permission, and when they say yes, you can go over here where it says invite members and type their name in here. You can also, where is it? If you click on that, let's see. Oh, over here on the right, it says personalize your invite. I would do that. Just type a note in there and say, hey, I'm inviting you to the group I told you about. Please accept the invitation so that I can show you around the group, or something like that. But type that note in there before you put their name in, because as soon as you put their name in and click invite, it sends them the invitation. Good? Okay, so that's that. And then once they've accepted the invitation, then you can tag them on these 3 items in the welcome section. There's Mark and Krista's smiling faces. Step 1, welcome. And you want to just type your guest's name in the comment section. Usually you start with an @ symbol and then their name, and that'll click it up if they've joined the group. And then I go ahead, even though the welcome video says they're going to go to step 2 and step 3, I go ahead and tag them in step 2 and step 3. So step 2 is the ABC prime time with the update on the current products, and 3 is it's about a 17, 18 minute presentation with Seth talking about the business. And I've been just kind of putting everybody on all 3 of those,
Hey,
whether
Jerry,
they're interested or not. Yes.
can I just, we were going to ask you about this, and
Live it up.
I think it would be a good idea to also put another presentation in that step 3, so people can have options on if they want sort of the Seth Campbell groove, or if they want somebody else. So I just thought we discussed that later, but I just wanted to say it in front of everyone so that when people read this, we're going to have some options there for you guys to choose which video or which presentation you prefer.
Okay, yeah, and that makes sense, because there's people that will like one over the other, and that kind of thing. I will tell you too, if well, let me show you this. We'll go back. when you go to the units tab, the units are divided up. So that's the welcome section. Then there's current news and information, and that's where we're posting things like the next Thursday night call. And I've had a hard time deleting those, and so I need to go back and do that. Some of these are older that I just need to get rid of because they're not new anymore. They're old. It's not history. We put in a science tab for the MS study overviews here, why ProBio, cardiologist talk. So you can look through there. That's predominantly science-y kind of information. Makes sense. Personal stories. I will challenge you. I put this on the team page. Go in and record a 1 or 2 minute introduction of yourself. I've got mine on there. Bridget McKenzie has hers. I think Carmen Metzger recorded a little thing. 2 things you want. One is about a 1 or 2 minute, hey, this is who I am. This is why I love LifeVantage. And then maybe a 1 minute commercial for your favorite product. That's what Carmen's is. She likes the hair care, and so we put that on there. If there's various ways to do that. If you have a phone, you can just record a quick video and then upload it, and then one of the administrators will approve it. If you want to just set it up as a Zoom with somebody who has a Zoom account, they can record the Zoom of you doing your thing, and then we can just put it up that way. I mean, there's ways to get around that. So that's personal stories. The more we have on there, the more fun this group will be. Okay, Unit 5 is LifeVantage Opportunity. Currently, there's 19 of those up in there. And so if whoever you're inviting you don't think is going to click with Seth, there's 19 different ones. Here's one about athletes. Here's the whole Rise of the Entrepreneur video, the documentary with Eric Worre. That's not a LifeVantage thing, but that's a must-watch for every distributor. Here's the Sherry Hollenbeck tear-off. There's a number of these on here with Mark. Rich Scott, 30-minute follow-up. All these are presentations. So, holler if I'm moving too fast. But I'm trying to get through this so we can ask questions. Okay, then number 6 is this information on the Vitality Stack. Science, business, these are specific kind of the Vitality Stack. True Science in the hair care, True Science skin and hair care. Information on that. Physique, all the physique products. Axio, and then I did one down here for animals. So that's that. Chats, I have never used that before, and I think that is something that we could probably do a group chat with the group if we wanted to at some point. I'll have to talk to Mark and Christy about that. Announcements we've already talked about, are just kind of current news things we want to know about. Same thing with members. If you want to check and see if one of your prospects has accepted yet, you can check in the members list, find member, and if they are not there, they haven't accepted yet. Events, videos, photos, same kind of thing there. Files is a place where we've put a number of different files. Some of it's science, some of it is just the brochures on the Vitality Stack and hair care, and this is about ALS and tangles. It's separated in the units tab, but here is just all the files that have been uploaded. And with that, I am going to just stop rambling and let you ask questions.
So I have a question. Can I see Jerry?
Sure. Can you see me?
No, Mark's got the computer weird. Okay, Jerry.
I'm still sharing my screen. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so when I wake up in the morning and I turn on my phone or turn on my computer, how would I be notified that there was something new on Team LifeTree or LifeTree Health Network?
Well, on your computer, can you see mine? There's a little bell up here that says 4, that says notifications. If you click on that, there's a whole list of things that are new. And so this one's about the Inside Out Challenge. That's Stephanie's, the Inside Out Challenge group.
Right.
That's really busy right now. And then LifeVantage tools.
Isn't there an option to be notified via email as well? I'm actually.
That's on your phone.
I'm actually saying this because I get these emails, so I know that this is an option. I just don't know how to turn it on or turn it off, and I think that people don't know how to find all of this stuff on Facebook. Sometimes I know a lot of people who don't, and so I'm realizing that maybe they need to turn that on so that it emails them. So Facebook emails them where it says Stephanie Keisman has just sent a message on, has just placed a video on Inside Out or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jerry do you know how to do that?
That's going to be your account settings.
My guess that would be on your personal account, your personal page.
Okay.
Yeah, some of your settings, because I don't have that turned on. I would be blasted constantly.
Well, I am, and so, but I think for some people, that they prefer to be blasted via email to know that it's happening instead of just on Facebook.
Right. I don't know the answer to that. My guess is it's in the.
Okay, so if that would help any of you guys know that there's new notifications or new posts or new videos or whatever, then find someone who can help you do that in your Facebook account, and that'll work.
So yes. So here's my page, and let's see if we can. If you go to,
that's it.
It should say settings down here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then
notifications.
Oh, you're good. Notifications.
You must have set it up like this.
And then. And I have mine set for only important notifications, so I'm not sure what that means exactly. I guess they get to decide.
That's DEFCON 1.
I guess that would have to be, because I don't see notifications hardly at all.
But you would know that before we did. So.
All right, let's take questions, because I want to make sure everyone really knows how to use this stuff.
I have a question about the March Madness.
Okay, let's hold on that just a second, Moses, and we'll handle Facebook questions first.
Hey, Christy, I'm seeing, how do you want us to notify the administrator that we've added a distributor to the team page so that you can approve them? So right now we are in a process of going into my mom's back office and making sure the people that are being invited are actually distributors. So this is the thing. We have other teams that want to be a part of Team LifeTree Facebook page. And so right now we're not allowing any of them in. And it's not necessarily that we don't want to help other teams. It has nothing to do with that. What it means is that we don't want it to get spread so big that things are being submitted that we can't monitor or try to help build this for you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
And so if they are a distributor in your team, then you can just send them to us. If you have our text message, just text us and say, I just added distributor so-and-so to Team LifeTree. And then I don't have to look it up, and we'll approve it. And or you could Facebook message me or Mark and just say, hey, I added so-and-so. And that way we can approve them quickly. Next question, is LifeTree Health Network for customers or distributors? Rules only. Just want to clarify. Thank you. So Christina, LifeTree Health Network is for customers and distributors and potential customers and potential distributors. So it's for everybody. Everybody. And
it's okay to put people that aren't in our group on there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Because we'll approve it. If they say something that's incompliant or some uncompliant, then we'll see that and delete it or whatever. So yes, Jerry.
I was just going to ask, I mean, we can tag people as moderators, and then they can directly invite people. I mean, I don't know how open you want that to be, but if we've got some people on the team that are actively building, we want them to be able to, as quickly as possible, so you can just make them moderators.
Okay, we'll talk about that. That'd be great.
But you know more people than I do, so I mean.
Well, and some of them are mom's teams, so we don't always know them. Most of those people we know, but sometimes we have to look them up. There's one more question I can't see, babe.
Oh, sorry.
Any other questions? We're trying to see them. Any other questions? And don't forget teamlifetree.com, which is not a Facebook page. It's teamlifetree.com. has a lot of these resources, but I have to admit, Jerry has done so much work. This team, both of these pages are way more loaded than the website.
Well,
the website's pretty basic, but this is amazing.
Well, I was going to say that the LifeTree Health Network was my Facebook landing page. And so I've had it up for 2-3 years, couple of years, year and a half, a little while. And so there's stuff on there, and I had to go through and kind of clean up some things to make it more generic for everybody. But
well, it's amazing.
So if you find a link on there to my personal LifeVantage page, like Mark did, buried somewhere down in the archives.
I enrolled. I just joined.
Just sign up. Yeah.
It's not intentional. Jerry's not trying to steal people. That's what he's trying to say.
I tell you what, that's a little sensitive topic right now, stealing people.
For real. For real. I'm fighting that one for you, Jerry.
Appreciate that.
Okay, Moses, we want to answer your question.
You mean to unshare so you mean to pull up the...
Yeah, that'd be great. March Madness.
Let's see. Let me just do this then.
Where's Moses?
Oh, I was there.
Okay.
Silly me.
Moses, go ahead and unmute yourself, brother. What you got?
Moses, can you hear us so we can answer your question?
I can probably unmute you. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there he is.
There you are. Hey, bud.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. So Jerry had mentioned me on Friday, on March 1st, about the March Madness, and that's when I heard about it. So Jerry, you said that there's extra money in March. So are those cash prizes in case you move up one rank, or are they just once in a are these like one-time cash prizes that you can win in March?
Go for it, Mark.
So here's the breakdown. You can see there on the screen, you get points when you enroll a distributor in the month of March. And the very top earner, the very top producer in the month of March is going to earn $5,000. The second place producer, enroller, is going to win $4,000. Third place, $3,500. Fourth place, $3,000. Fifth place, $2,500, I believe.
I'm not sure.
So
consolation's different. It's a little bit challenging.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with March Madness, the NCAA basketball tournament of 64 teams that is designed to pair up couples of teams all the way down to hopefully having a number 1 and number 2 playoff in the championship. That's kind of the idea behind what LifeVantage has done. And so everyone that enrolls a distributor in this next week through March 10th will be thrown sort of in this pot. Half of those people, the top half, will be separated out, and they will compete in the top bracket. The people that don't qualify for that second half or that first half will fall into the consolation bracket. Now, the good news is, even if you don't enroll a distributor in the first week through March 10th, you can still qualify to win the consolation bracket as the number 1 enroller in the month of March in the consolation bracket for a prize of $2,500. That's pretty cool. But where most of us are going to feel the benefit is every single time you enroll a distributor in the month of March, you generate a point or a half a point for a silver, 1 point for a gold pack. And when you enroll a platinum pack, that's 2 points. Here's the good news. Every single point is worth $25 in your pocket.
Oh,
that's on top of all the other royalty commissions. That's on top of all the other Smart Start bonuses. That's on top of Pacesetter program. That's on top of all the other incentives, all the other promotions. Just $25 every time a gold pack or better goes in, and you have to have whole points to redeem that $25. So if you enroll, let's say 3 distributors and you end up with 2.5 points, well, you'll get paid on 2 points, and you'll leave that half point on the table. But those will be accumulated. The first 2 weeks will be tallied at the end of week 2, and those payouts will come sometime ostensibly after that, probably during your secondary bonus. That's not clear, but all that to say, it is probably the most lucrative promotion for anybody. I mean, everybody in LifeVantage qualifies to earn $25 every single time they enroll a gold pack, $50 every time they enroll a platinum pack. And I don't think we've ever had anything.
Plus the bonus.
Even
On
things,
top of the Smart Start.
anything close to that.
Right.
So $450 when you count the Smart Start. I mean, wow.
I need to do that.
That's just amazing. And we will be doing that. So we want to challenge you. And you can kind of get a feel for how that's going to flow. Every week, the bracket is going to be reduced by half. And then the last week, the fourth week, the top 4 earners in LifeVantage will compete for that top $5,000.
So that means you got to work fast this week.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait till the end.
You want to qualify to get in that.
You want to qualify.
That top bracket to be going for that $5,000.
And I have a sneaky suspicion that this is just like network marketing. Not everyone thinks they can do it, right? Not everyone thinks, oh, I can win that $5,000. So let me just encourage you to think you can win it and then fight for it, because when you look at the numbers of the amount of people that they'll throw in to win the $5,000, I do not think it's going to be a large number. I just don't. I think it will be a selected 50, 60 people that have worked really hard and really focused and strategized to win it. So we all have a chance. We all fully have a chance. It's not something that is unreachable at all.
All right.
Okay.
So that's our bet. Thank you, Moses, for the question. Thanks everybody else for your questions. I'm going to kick it back over to Julie. We've got a quick hair care story.
Yes.
We want to make sure we get to before the end of the call tonight. And so, just FYI, we realize that getting all this content in a 30-minute call can be challenging. We want it to be value rich, especially when we have guest speakers on. But we also realize we want to make sure that we're comprehensive and touch everything that needs to be touched on a weekly basis. So expect these calls to be between 30 and 40 minutes on a weekly basis. We've been trying to keep it at 30. And I realized last week with Brenda, I was a little, cut her off a little bit, if we could say that. So we don't want to do that to our guests. So with that, Julie, I'm going to kick it over to you, sister.
Awesome. Hey, this is so exciting. I love all this information we're getting tonight. I'm amazed at everything Jerry has on the Facebook group. And thanks for sharing about the March Madness. Wow, what an opportunity. And I have something really exciting to share tonight. Deb and Rick Waltz are on here. If they can unmute themselves, and I'm going to share my screen because Deb just last week sent me these pictures. And seriously, I am blown away with these pictures of how our hair care system works. So let me just share my screen here. Let's see, here we go. All right, now Rick and Deb Waltz are on here, and Deb is going to share a little bit. This is her husband, Rick's head before the True Science hair care was used. So go ahead, Deb, if you want to just share just a quick minute. Are you there, Deb?
Yeah.
There you are.
Hi, Julie, I'm here. I want to share that this is Rick's hair and his scalp, and it's really sore looking. If you would scratch it in the night, it would start to bleed. Not only these sores here that you can see, but there's also sores throughout the top of his head that were just kind of irritating and just a problem for combing, for washing, for whatever you wanted to do. It was just not pretty. But once we started using the serum twice a day for just a little over a month, these spots cleared up, and it was just such a pleasure. We thank the Lord that we had an opportunity to use the product, and it just helped so much.
Yeah, I mean, I was just amazed when I saw this, and I thought, you know what, guys, if we are not sharing about this hair care, we are really doing our friends and loved ones a disservice. Because Deb is saying that there, you know, even we just saw a portion of his head, there were even more spots on his head. And Deb told me that he used the shampoo and conditioner weekly, and he used the scalp serum twice a day. And these are the amazing results. And it just looks so beautiful. So thank you, Deb. You have anything else you wanted to add quickly? Nope. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I mean,
we was very thankful for the.
Amen. Amen.
Deb, can we use those pictures? Is Rick okay for us to use those pictures on the Facebook page? Because that's amazing.
Would that be okay, Deb?
We don't have to
Sure.
put.
You bet.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
That is amazing. Thank you
Yes,
for
that would
sharing.
be fine.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Stop share. All right. So that's
You
it
bet.
for tonight. I was just like thrilled when I saw that. What a blessing our products are. So thanks everyone for being on the call tonight. We really appreciate it. And let's remember Thursday night, we have our opportunity Zooms every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's the next thing on the schedule. Thanks everyone. Thanks for all the great sharing. Thanks for being on our team call. We love you. Bye for now.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Colonel.
Thanks, Julie.
Nicely done.